G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and as you can see, I'm a veteran trainer now at 2596. So we'll jump into some Great League battles. I'm running Diggersby, Skarmory and Galvantula. So I really like this team. Diggersby on the leads a bit hit and miss, but I have been having some success with the team. Unfortunately, I've not been having success with Go Battle League recently. There's been a lot of error in matchmakings, so hopefully everybody else isn't suffering from the same thing. So on the lead, we've got Diggersby versus Skarmory, so this is not too bad here. So what I want to do is just over farm just a fraction in case they decide to swap out and try and catch the charge move. I will throw the fire punch because obviously there is really no point doing anything but straight fire punches in this matchup. So they do a semi-smart play there, I guess, and throw the Brave Bird straight away. And this will debuff them quite a lot, which will allow me to throw the Fire Punch and then actually farm down, which is crazy. I'm going to throw the Earthquake straight at the Swampert there, and they don't shield it, so that is massive. They're trying to charge up a lot of energy, and I get to a Fire Punch. Brilliant. Able to grab the shield there. For this one, I'm not going to shield this first one up, and it's a sludge wave, so that's absolutely outstanding. I'm going to swap into my Galvantula here. I will shield this one up. Avalanche coming through. Get to a lunge here pretty quickly. Should be able to, I hope I'm able to get to another lunge before they're able to get to an avalanche, but unfortunately not the case. So we'll have to shield up the second one here. And then looking to farm down, but unfortunately they get to a charge move first. As it turns out, this is probably not too bad because the Skarmory will be able to charge up extra energy here. I'll let the Hydro Cannon come through. Hydro Cannon is going to do a little bit of damage, but then when the Frostlass comes back out, I'm going to be able to throw all this energy and KO the Frostlass straight away. So good game right there. So got a little bit greedy on the farm for the Galvantula. Should have thrown straight away, but didn't. There's another error. Let's hope this one's a little bit new. Error. Let's try third time the charm, maybe? No, it's not in this instance. So, like I said, having a bit of trouble with matchmaking since it updated, but just going to have to keep giving it a go, and hopefully we'll get a match eventually. So, jumping into this next one. And we'll see how we go here. So we've got Galvantula on the lead here. So it's going to throw the lunge, which is absolutely fine, and then get out of there. So I'm going to do the same. I'm going to store that energy and swap into my Galvantula here. So the reason I go for Galvantula here over Skarmory is questionable. So Skarmory obviously has a horrible matchup against Galvantula, but I do want to store it for what's in the back, and also the bug buzzers are super effective against dark type, as you can see there, and I am able to get a couple of those off. I will shield up everything, and then as you can see, it just does absolutely nothing, that bug buzz. So able to, and there's the shield. So went straight for the discharge there, but unfortunately got the shield, and then here comes the Hydro Pump. I'm actually okay with the Hydro Pump coming through. I am going to Brave Bird here because when the Galvantula comes back out, I do not want it to have be able to get energy on me. So they've just thrown energy, so this works out absolutely perfectly for me. Going to be able to come out with the Diggersby, farm down the Azumarill, then throw the Fire Punch on the Umbreon, swap into my Galvantula, get to the debuff there, which is absolutely spectacular. Unfortunately, they're able to get to a charge move first. I will throw the Fire Punch in just 1 second because I do have a couple of moves saved up, so able to get that Fire Punch off is going to be doing enough damage. Umbreon comes out with energy charge. The Foul Play isn't going to be enough to take me out. I'm going to be able to get to another Fire Punch and take this match. So very, very close match in the end, but HP wise, but it was yeah, managing that energy, swapping into the Galvantula to get a few extra charge moves so I could instantly throw that lunge on the Galvantula really, really helped me out. So able to take that game, which is really, really nice. So we'll jump into the next one possibly. Again, like I said, I was having a lot of trouble, and I do like to show you full sets. Maybe I'll stop showing full sets just so you can see what it's like in a real world situation rather than just clip together all of my winning games. I do like the full sets, but might have to start clipping these because, well, as you can see, taking a long time to find a match. So I have linked to my Season 6 Great League, some of my other Season 6 Great League matches. So going to, if you want to check those out, please do so. So as we sit here and search away, hopefully at some point we'll find a match. It'd be really helpful if that point was now. But there you go. So giving up on that one, jumping in and seeing if that helps. So sometimes when you've been searching for a little while, it have to exit out and jump back in. So jumped in and we've got Dugong on the lead. So really bad lead for me because I can't really switch to much. I'm going to switch to my Skarmory here. They're going to throw an Icy Wind, which is terrible, and then swap out. No, so they're not swapping out, which is interesting. And they're going to throw another Icy Wind. So I was really hoping to get a swap out there, but was not to be. So going to look to throw the Sky Attack here, and they're not shielding. So this is really unfortunate. And then we'll go to another Sky Attack, start getting it down low in health, I guess. Still got both shields, but they've got a loaded Dugong there, so not ideal. I'm going to have to shield this up. It is going to be an Icy Wind, and they're probably going to throw back to back. So let's see the next one come through. There is the next one. So there's both my shields, and they've double debuffed me. So this is really rough. So not only have they won switch advantage, they've now got 2 shields to none on me, so that's looking really rough. So we'll see if we can come back from this. So got to the 1 Bug Buzz and then swapped out to catch the hopefully Rock Slide on my so was not a I've got a Meganium in the back, so really would have liked to swap into my Galvantula there. Would have been much nicer to have my Skarmory matched up against this. So unfortunately, yeah, this is going to KO. Frenzy Plant's going to absolutely shred this thing. Come out with my Galvantula here, throw the lunge straight away, and they let it go. They've got 2 shields on this Deoxys defense. They're going to unfortunately be able to get to a Rock Slide before I'm able to get to anything and take that out. So take it out with 2 shields in the bag. Absolutely brutal. So that lead of yeah, so Dugong lead just really, really rough there. Possibly should have swapped out into the Galvantula. Well, 100% should have swapped out into the Galvantula, but you live and you learn. So we'll jump into the next one, and a really nice lead for me, so Stunfisk. So what I'm going to do here is let them swap out, and possibly what I should have done is throw a Fire Punch before I leave, just to force a shield. But unfortunately, I swapped out quicker and let it go. So we'll jump in, and they've double weatherballed me. So Skarmory is taking a beating from this Abomasnow. So they also decide to no shield, and I take the first match. So going to let this Skarmory go now, just because it's yeah, I don't want to waste a shield. Unfortunately, they do throw the Mud Bomb, and Yeah, it's going to take a week for them to farm me down because of the flying type is immune to ground. So going to jump out with the Diggersby, instantly throw the fire punch, and let's see what they want to do. So get the shield for the first one, and then they swap into Scrafty there. So you can understand why. Yeah, so they didn't want Scrafty matched up with Skarmory, which is absolutely fine. So got the Bug Buzz off, did shield up. Going to shield this one up, and it is unfortunately the power up punch. So called the first one but was not able to call the second one. Going to shield this one up, and then again another power up punch. So absolutely brilliant on their part. Going to have to instantly throw this lunge on the Stunfisk, get the shield, which is absolutely outstanding. Unfortunately, they're going to throw a charge move as well. It doesn't quite KO, but their mud shots do, so they've got a little bit of extra energy. It doesn't matter what they have at this point. Its charge moves are not really going to bother me too much. Unfortunately, they get to a second mud bomb, and just before I can throw my earthquake, not going to do enough. I'll throw the earthquake over the fire punch, and that's going to absolutely KO that thing. So good game right there. Able to take that one pretty comfortably in the end. Able to maintain good alignment of my what I wanted. So we'll jump into the next one, and we've got Cresselia on the lead. So I've really got to be careful of the grass knot here. And what I want to do is catch a grass knot on Skarmory, and I'm able to do it well. Am I? Yes, I am. I'm able to do it. So all that energy gone, and out comes the Umbreon. So I'm not too disappointed with that. Going to obviously over farm a lot here, and we'll see what they want to do. So foul play comes through, and then going to go for the Sky attack. I want to charge up extra energy just because I want to threaten the Brave Bird, and they may want to shield that up. So going to, again, overfarm just a little bit this time. Not as greedy, just because I am getting fairly low on health here. So need to be careful of that. And then able to get to another Sky attack. So they were being a bit greedy there, trying to save some energy. And it let me get into the... let me get my... Sky attack off and win that matchup. So into the next one, and it's a Shadow Swampert. So should have thrown the fire punch there. They've got two shields, so of course they're going to shield up the first one. Makes complete sense. I'm going to let this second one go because I want to save a shield for my Galvantula here. I swap that in aggressively, and then I'm going to throw in a lunge here and see what they want to do. So do they want to shield this up? And they do. So they've shielded that up, and unfortunately not able to get to another lunge before they get to a hydro cannon. But the hydro cannon isn't enough to take me out, and they aggressively themselves swap in Cresselia to try and farm me down. But I've got the debuff straight away, so happy days. The Psycho Cuts are not going to do much damage, and then out comes Swampert. I had enough for an earthquake, but panicked and threw the fire punch. Thankfully, I could get to a second fire punch and take this out. So definitely the play there is throw the earthquake. That would have KO'd instantly and no stress. But instead, I threw the fire punch. So panic mashed those buttons, but was able to get away with it. So 4-1 in that set, which is really, really nice. And we'll jump into the next set. So as you can see, really solid team. I think I really like Diggersby as a Pokemon. It's just a little bit different. It's fairly expensive to get in the range because you need to be above level 50, level 40 to power it up to get it sort of at its CP 1500 range. So it is very, very expensive. So we'll jump into this next one, and we've got Hypno on the lead, and there's the Thunder Punch. So you're really worrying about the Focus Blast here. Thunder Punch will do absolutely nothing, and then they were unable to bait a shield there. Swap in their Shadow Machamp. So what I should have done here, 100% should have done here, is swap in my Skarmory. It's just the confusion damage on Galvantula is absolutely epic, and which is why I wanted to make sure that it didn't really get matched up against the Hypno. The Hypno will probably come back out now, but I do have a move stored, and they say goodbye. So no idea what was in the back of that team, but was not going well for them. So obviously they didn't like the Galvantula. So another error out there, followed by another consecutive one. So let's hope we can jump in and avoid these erroring. If anyone knows why it's doing that, or when, if they're going to fix it, it'd be really good to hear. So we'll jump into this next one and see how we go. So Scrafty on the lead, so not ideal for me. Going to swap into the... so swap into the Skarmory, and they counter with a... so there's the Galvantula. Let that one go through, and then they do the same. So I'm going to be able to come in with my Diggersby here. Unfortunately, they are going to get to a lunge. I'm not going to shield that up, and we'll see what they want to swap in with. Fully expecting the swap in from the Scrafty, so I'm going to burn some energy to try and get this switch clock up, and then swap into my... my own Galvantula. And what am I going to do here? So let this one go, and it is the power up punch, so that's absolutely outstanding. In comes the Hypno, so I don't, because I've got an energy lead here, that's really good. They let that one through, so I don't really understand what they were thinking there. I'm going to shield this up because I think my win condition is getting a getting a couple of lunge debuffs off on Scrafty when it comes back in, and I have got back-to-back lunges stored up, so just going to absolutely go to town throwing those. They've got 2 shields, and now they have to use them. So there's both of their shields gone. I'm going to look to swap straight into my... Diggersby here, get to the Earthquake, and this should be doing enough damage to KO the Scrafty, able to do it. So saving up back-to-back lunges, just really debuffing the Scrafty, making them throw their power-up punches to try and get some attack back. Really worked out well, so that is a really good game for me there. So we'll jump into this next one. We'll see if we can get another match. So let's see what we can find. So searching, and like I said, if it does take a little while to find a match, sometimes you want to exit out, and sometimes just waiting, and you will find that match eventually. So this one, we've got Galarian Stunfisk on the lead, and they swap into a Galvantula. I can only imagine that was a misclick, possibly. So I let them throw the lunge, and then swap out into my own Galvantula, and the reason for that is because Galvantula has a horrible matchup against their Stunfisk, so I'm going to let this go. I don't want more health for their Stunfisk to be farming down, and then let's see, I'm hoping I can get at least a little lunge off on this Stunfisk, and we'll see how we go. So do I get the shield? So no shield, obviously. There's absolutely no reason for them to shield this. They get to a Rock Slide just before, so assuming they're counting those fast moves. I'm going to let this countdown clock go, and then they come out with the Shadow Vic, and I counter that with my Skarmory. Absolutely beautiful. And at that point, they say good game, and off they go. So Shadow Vic is something I used to love running, and haven't seen too much in the Great League meta since the Razor Leaf update. And again, we've got a Galvantula on the lead, and perfect, absolutely perfect. So I'm going to shield this first Weather Ball up. I'm hoping I can get to a lunge before they get their second Weather Ball, and then I can let that one go. Obviously, I'd much rather be hit with a debuffed Weather Ball, because I will let one of obviously have to going to let one of these go through. So we'll let that one go through, and as you can see, it doesn't do too much damage, and they get to another one super quickly. Good for me though. I do know it's not going to KO from that range, and I am able to take it out with 1 HP. I'm able to get to a lunge. Let's see if they want to shield that up. They don't want to shield, so that's fine. They know I'm going to come out with my Diggersby, and then they'll swap, and I'll probably swap into my Skarmory, which is exactly what happened against their Abomasnow. So Abomasnow without the energy advantage is going to be in for a hard time against the Skarmory. So they, again, another just quitting the game. So it makes it short and sharp, and get the wins on the board. So we'll jump into this next one, and actually able to find it pretty quickly. And again, another Stunfisk on the lead, so awful for them. And out comes the Pelipper. As you can see, look at the damage that Volt Switch is doing. That is brutal. So I let this Weather Ball go through, so that's an interesting play. And I know I've got my Volt Switch through, so I will shoot up this second one, because they're going to be fainted by that. So because I knew I got that fast move through, and it hadn't registered but would register as soon as their the animation finished, I shielded that up so I could win switch. So I got my lunge off, and we'll come out with my Diggersby. They're going to switch, and then I'm going to switch into Tropius, and we get another rage quit there. So beautiful. Yeah, Tropius into Skarmory just can do absolutely nothing, and that gets me 5-0. So it's been a little while since I've got a 5-0 set. I've been doing pretty well since the Great League returned, getting 4 1s, but here's my reward for 5-0. Heatran, absolutely perfect. So if you want to throw excellent throws, this is, well, not an example of how to do it, because you want to get your circle size small enough, but so lock your circle size by choosing the size, scrolling the ball all the way to the bottom, and then throwing during the attack. So I've got a video on this. I'll link to it now, because that is how you get excellent throws and how you catch these things. And as you can see, got an extra large Heatran candy. Absolutely perfect. So just, 295 of those to go before I can max one out and use it in Master League. Would be an absolute beast if I'm able to do so. So, and up to 2596, absolutely spectacular. So hopefully this video was useful for someone. Really solid team so far, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.